remember Tiger Woods split from his wife, Elin, back in 2009. Beautiful Elin. Now in an interview with Time magazine, the famous golfer says he has taken the initiative to explain to his 2 children what happened. He says he told his 8-year-old daughter and 6-year-old son that his parents aren't living in the same house because, quote, Daddy made some mistakes. And when they're old enough to realize, you know, to understand what he did, he says he wants to be the one to tell them about his cheating ways. So that's responsibility. He's taking responsibility for ownership of it. Yeah. I mean, you come from a divorced family, Liliana. So
I do. And I mean, if I'm being totally honest, I think I'm still waiting for my dad to have that conversation with me. And I'm 35 years old. I think when you hear it from your parent, and listen, these children are going to grow up in a world of social media. Yeah. They're going to read about their dad. They're going to see it. But nothing means more than contrition coming from your own parent saying, I'm human. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry for it. But we still love you and we're committed to you. Yeah. And I think it's so important for children to hear that. And like I said, I mean, at 35, I still want that. I really want that. And I never got that.
The 2 hardest words to hear anyone say are, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry is so hard. And if we all said I'm sorry a little bit more, I think it would be a nicer world.
I just don't know how is he going to explain that? You know, Mommy tried to back over Daddy with an SUV one day.
You talk about cheating.
Come on, that's what happened. Y'all act like I came up with the thing.
She was hitting him with golf clubs.
Oh, what is a golf club? I thought she was running him over. I thought no bunch of stuff was going on.
What he doesn't understand is that 8-year-old and probably the 6-year-old has already heard the story from her friends at school.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, trust me. My nephews, when they were 6 and 7 years old, their friends were talking about Uncle Lance being gay before their parents even explained it to them. Those kids know everything at school. They do. They're talking about it.
I'm sure it sounds to me like he's sensitive enough about it that he will probably do that then if he realizes.
Well, if you want the family to heal, he's begun the healing process.
Yes, exactly.
And as Liliana says, she's still waiting for it. So he's done the good deed for the family and the better for the family.
All right, good for him. It seems kids have an awful lot of homework these days. Oftentimes you hear the parents complaining almost as much as the kids. Maybe that's because a lot of the parents end up doing their child's homework for them.
Terrible.
Anybody relate to that in the audience?
Yeah.
You can applaud if you do. Yeah. I've been there too. But does dad help? Right. According to an essay in Yahoo.com, a mom writes about their no parent involvement homework policy. She will not, if she sees a mistake in the homework, she won't correct it. If the child comes up to her and says, Mom, I'm a little confused about whatever, then she'll step in, but she will not do the kids' homework for them. And I think that's a good thing. And that's the only way they're going to learn. She wants the teacher to interact with the child.
We heard this story, and I think anyone can relate. But if I had to ask my parents how to spell something or asked about a country, my dad would say, go get the dictionary or go get the encyclopedia. Go look it up yourself. And then if I had more questions, he would come in or my mom would come in and step in. I think this is a great thing.
But let's use a little common sense here. If you look at your children's homework and you see something wrong, do not say something. Circle and be like, you know what? I think that might be wrong. Go try to figure out what that is. Don't just say, nope, the teacher is going to figure this out. And then they get a bad grade. Yeah,
the best thing to do as a parent is to do the homework with the child and sit down with them. I used to let my grandparents
have time to do
Well,
that.
no, it's also, but of course they don't. But my grandfather had a lot of time to help me do my homework. I mean, I had to stop him after a certain point because I almost failed the 5th grade. But, I mean, he was still there by my side.
If I had tried to do, like, math with my kids after maybe 3rd or 4th grade, they would have failed. Yeah. They would have failed everything. But I did with Ben when he was, like, in kindergarten and, well, not really kindergarten, but 1st grade. I sort of helped, like, a lot. And he was doing really, really well. And then the other 2, I thought, I can't do this because I was sort of doing a lot of it. Like it would look okay, and then I would make it look better. So I know, don't judge me. So by the time Gabe came along, I said, I'd never do it. So Gabe and Lily looked like, oh, what's the matter with them? Your first one could do all this fancy stuff. So it really is a disservice. Yeah. I learned it the hard way. Yeah.
But every parent wants to give them a leg up somehow. So I understand why parents do it. But
you got to just be careful. It's a slippery slope.